Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Me hearties, walk the plank. No, I haven't decided to quit comedy and become a pirate. I had surgery on this eye today. And so the patch will be coming off on Wednesday. It hurts like hell. And of course I won't really know how successful the surgery was until the patch comes off. But the fact is that, I mean, this eye was going really bad. This eye's good. But this eye was going really bad. When I would cover my right eye and look out my left eye, I could see shapes. For example, if I tried to walk somewhere, I would have had to either had a guide dog or a cane because I could not see well enough to actually walk around things. I would bump into things. I would bump into people. Now, the only reason I was able to get this surgery is because of the Affordable Care Act. Without the Affordable Care Act, I would not have been able to get this surgery. I would have had to just sit around helplessly as this eye went from fuzzy to not seeing anything at all, which would put a lot of strain on this eye because I'd be worried about something happening to it. Now, I admit there is a lot wrong with the Affordable Care Act, but not what the Republicans say it is. For example, the Republicans, especially Donald Trump, are talking about skyrocketing insurance rates. Well, the insurance rates under the Affordable Care Act have gone up about 9% per year. Before that, insurance rates were going up by much, much bigger margins, 30%, 25%. But there is stuff wrong with the Affordable Care Act. There are people who slip through the cracks that can't afford the insurance that's available but can't get subsidies for it. And of course, a lot of the red states have refused to expand Medicaid, which has excluded a large amount of the working poor from getting health care. But repealing the Affordable Care Act would just bring us back to the way it was before. And which would have meant going back to skyrocketing insurance rates. And if you did get sick, after years of paying your premiums, there were all kinds of tricks that the insurance company used, like pre-existing conditions, stuff like that, to say, oh, well, wait, your policy is not valid, or you're not covered for that. So that's what would happen if the Affordable Care Act were repealed. The Republicans have nothing to replace it with. They talk about selling insurance across state lines, which would mean that since the states regulate the insurance companies, if you bought a policy from outside your state and then had a dispute with the insurance company, if they tried to screw you over, your state would not be able to help you, and the state that the insurance company was based in would not be able to help you. So it would just be that the insurance companies would be totally unregulated. And the consumer would be the one paying for that. So there are three choices. Well, four choices, actually. Go back to the way it was. Keep the Affordable Care Act exactly the way it is. Now, the only reason why that would happen is if Republicans simply refuse to help fix it. improve the Affordable Care Act so that it helps more people, or go to single payer, which is the ideal way of doing things. You know, you've got all these countries, Canada, England, Sweden, Germany, that have socialized health care. And they get better health care results than we do. Don't let the people that are saying they don't fool you. It's bullshit. Now that's where we should be heading. But in this country, we're pretty stupid, and the word socialism just triggers people who don't know what socialism is. Even people who are collecting Social Security, which is a socialist program, they hate socialism. Isn't that ironic? Eventually, this country will get to the point where they are able to determine what's a good program, what's a bad program, and won't even worry about what label is attached to it. Thanks for listening.